Two future kings walk onto a flight line. One runs his hand along a Chinook's rotor head, smiling like a man back in his element. The other, also a trained pilot, asks the engineers the kind of questions only an aviator bothers to ask. Hours earlier, their wives, two future queens, met with a greeting that said more than 1,000 press releases, a double-cheek kiss, warm, relaxed, and perfectly within protocol. If you think this was just a photo op at Windsor and a courtesy tour at RAF Benson, think again. What unfolded was a masterclass in soft power, family ties as foreign policy, aviation as shared language, and a quiet signal about what a modern monarchy can do when it remembers how to connect. This story starts at Windsor Castle on October 15, 2025. The Prince and Princess of Wales host Jordan's Crown Prince Al Hussein bin Abdullah II and Princess Rajwa. The setting is classic. Windsor's staterooms, polished wood, and paintings that watch centuries of diplomacy. But the mood isn't stiff. Catherine and Rajwa greet each other with a double kiss on the cheek, a distinctly human moment that ricochets across social feeds. It's not a protocol breach. Britain's own guidance makes clear there are no obligatory behaviors when meeting a royal. But it is a choice, one that nods to Middle Eastern custom and to a newer, more relaxed royal style in the UK. Now, why does a greeting matter? Because rituals are the vocabulary of power. A curtsy says institution. A kiss says relationship. The kiss travels faster than any communique. It tells both publics, British and Jordanian, that this is not merely a bilateral courtesy call. It's a reunion of families who already showed up for each other at big moments, from William and Catherine attending Hussein and Rajwa's 2023 wedding to today's working visit, which blends personal warmth with national interest. Then there's the agenda. After Windsor, the princes head to RAF Benson in Oxfordshire, home to support helicopter squadrons. Aviation is the perfect stage for these two. William's flying resume is stacked. RAF Search and Rescue at Valley, then East Anglian Air Ambulance. He's been open that flying is his happy place. Not just nostalgia, but identity. Crown Prince Hussein's training also runs deep. Sandhurst alum, helicopter qualified, with a personal passion for the kit and the people who keep it in the air. On the apron, you see them switch registers, from royal small talk to the shorthand of pilots, torque, rotor head, crew resource management. It's the kind of conversation that makes engineers lean in. Publicly, this is about honoring the armed forces and highlighting UK-Jordan defense ties. Privately, it's about something even more durable, peer-to-peer rapport. Two heirs who will one day carry the weight of their crowns are building muscle memory for joint appearances that actually mean something. Think about the optics. Not a palace balcony, but a working base. Not soft carpets, but hangar concrete. Not gowns, but flight line jackets. That's a monarchy speaking in the dialect of service rather than spectacle. Meanwhile, back at Windsor, the women's body language becomes a subplot with real plot power. Catherine, 9 months after telling the world she was in remission and easing back into carefully chosen engagements, keeps the tone friendly and focused. Rajwa, who's been stepping into a larger public role with notable ease, mirrors that warmth. Fashion media notice her structured black and white look, possibly an homage to British tailoring that Catherine has favored for years. The message: mutual respect, professional poise, and the normalizing of cross-cultural etiquette, where a kiss is simply good manners. Did you catch the subtle historical callback? Both royal houses have Sandhurst in their bloodstream. Britain has trained generations of Jordanian officers. The Jordanian royal family has long been a bridge between West and Middle East. When William and Hussein stand shoulder to shoulder beside a helicopter, the image resonates beyond Instagram. It's an echo of decades of security cooperation, counterterrorism, military training, and a steady diplomatic channel through regional storms. There's also a media craft lesson here. The most shared clip isn't a podium speech. It's a 10-second greeting posted natively to social platforms, amplified by reputable outlets. The palace publishes just enough official imagery. Jordan's Crown Prince posts a clean, quietly edited video that does the rest. No over-narration, no heavy-handed slogans, just moments that feel unforced. This is how you do 21st century royal comms. Fewer proclamations, more vignettes. Let people draw the conclusion you want them to draw. And what conclusion is that? That these are working royals, rebuilding trust through substance. William rolling up sleeves at a Chinook isn't cosplay. He's done the shifts, the weather holds, the hard landings. Hussein isn't there as a passenger. He's a pilot who can talk shop. The unspoken, "we've both done this," carries weight in military communities, which are often skeptical of ceremonial visits. Authenticity is the currency, and here, they've got enough to spend. Let's widen the lens. For the UK, showcasing defense partnerships in a time of budget debates and global uncertainty is savvy. For Jordan, a key non-NATO ally anchored between turbulent neighbors, the optics of standing with Britain's future king at an RAF base say, "We are steady. Our friendships are real. We invest in capability." For both, the Windsor meeting folds the personal back into the political. Two couples not only get on, they sync the message. Modern, practical, relational monarchy. Here's the aha. The cheek kiss versus curtsy debate isn't fluff, it's signal. It tells younger audiences, especially across the Middle East, that the British court can meet you where you are. It tells traditionalists at home that courtesy can evolve without collapsing. And it tells diplomats that the royals still carry quiet leverage. They can humanize alliances that sometimes get reduced to spreadsheets and communiques. Now imagine the planning meeting the week before. Team Wales, keep it brisk at Windsor. Prioritize warmth, not formality. Minimal press pack, strong official shots. Team Jordan, post our own video. Lead with the human moments, highlight RAF. Everyone signs off on RAF Benson because it hits 3 targets at once. Veteran credibility for William, defense cooperation for UK Jordan, and content that actually travels online. That's a triple win, and it shows. Humor moment. There's a unique fraternity among pilots that no comms plan can fake. Ask any engineer. If you put 2 aviators in a hangar, they'll end up swapping stories about weather that tried to kill them and landings they swear were within tolerances. Watching the Windsor to Benson sequence, you can almost hear the subtext. You still keeping your hours up? Not as many as I'd like. Same. That's not palace polish. That's pilot talk. For Catherine and Rajwa, the Windsor images serve a different strategic function. 2 women who will carry future queen expectations are seen as collaborators, not competitors. The visuals land during a news cycle that's often fractious. Instead of stoking rivalry, the content underlines shared causes: early childhood, mental health, youth opportunity. You can feel the comms teams leaning into synergy over spectacle. Let's be candid. The British monarchy has had a tough narrative run. Health scares, internal rifts, public fatigue. In that context, this is small, precise, and effective. No overpromising, just 2 tight engagements that play to real strengths: aviation for the men, warm, professional diplomacy for the women, a bridge between courts that truly know each other. It's almost boring in the best way. Competence dressed as calm. Did you know the RAF Benson visit also functioned as an inter-service handshake? When heirs show up in hangars, retention numbers don't swing overnight, but morale does get a nudge. It says, "We see you." In defense ecosystems where maintenance crews are the unsung heroes, that matters. And when those heirs have actually strapped into a cockpit or a winch harness, the salute hits different. Now consider the home audiences. In the UK, William's happy place remark taps into a long narrative arc. Search and rescue at Valley, family life on Anglesey, the air ambulance shift. Stories that humanize without infantilizing the role. In Jordan, Hussein's ease on a British base echoes his family's long-standing ties to Britain's military education pipeline. Both publics recognize the pattern. Service first, status second. There's a tactical elegance to how brief this all was. One morning at Windsor, one afternoon on base. That brevity keeps the images distinct and the message uncluttered. No sprawling week of engagements to dilute the signal. The clip of the kiss, the shot on the flight line. 2 anchor points people can remember a week later. If you're measuring influence the old way, column inches, lecterns, ribbon cuttings, you might miss the whole point of this visit. Influence here is measured in moments that travel, the respectful kiss, the technical chat under a rotor disc, the quick handshake with ground crew, the understated caption on an Instagram reel. That's modern monarchy doing what it can uniquely do: make alliances feel personal. So what did those 10 seconds at Windsor and those 30 minutes at Benson really buy? Not a treaty, not a headline splash, something trickier: affectional capital, the reservoir of goodwill that leaders draw on when harder conversations arrive. The next time the UK and Jordan coordinate on security or humanitarian corridors, these images will have done quiet work in the background, smoothing the path. In the second half, we'll pull back even further: the dynastic backstory of UK-Jordan ties, Sandhurst as a diplomatic machine, how protocol actually flexes across cultures, and the comms mechanics behind that viral Windsor clip. We'll end with a forward look at how heirs build durable foreign policy habits. One base visit, one greeting, one genuine conversation at a time. Diplomacy has textbooks, but it also has muscle memory. Watch the Windsor to Benson sequence through that lens, and you'll see a choreography built from decades of UK-Jordan ties. Sandhurst cadets who became commanders, royal weddings that doubled as summits, and exchanges where the real deliverable was trust. The cheek kiss at Windsor wasn't a flourish. It was the first beat of a day that moved from civility to capability, straight onto a working flight line where the talk turns to rotors, crews, and training cycles. Why Windsor first? Because space matters. A stateroom frames continuity, oils of past sovereigns literally looking down on future ones. But the mood was intentionally uncluttered. A brief welcome, a few frames for official channels, then a pivot from parquet floors to hangar concrete. The message lands cleanly on both sides. Personal warmth at the castle, shared purpose at RAF Benson. At Benson, the optics sharpen. This is a support helicopter base in Oxfordshire, home to frontline squadrons that keep exercises and operations moving. Briefings cover facilities, flying and ground operations, and pilot training pipelines. For two aviators, this isn't generic, it's their dialect. Williams' RAF search and rescue experience and later air ambulance stint aren't resume fillers. Those shifts still shape how he talks to crews. Hussein, Sandhurst trained and helicopter qualified, asks the questions that mark him as a peer, not a passenger. Engineers lean forward. Crew chiefs clock the difference. There's a communications masterclass here. The most viral clip from Windsor isn't a speech, it's the double cheek kiss, a human moment that undercuts tired protocol police narratives. And protocol, for the record, isn't a rigid script. The British royal family's own guidance stresses there are no obligatory behaviors. In other words, courtesy travels, curtsies, kisses, handshakes. You choose the register that honors the guest. Catherine and Rajwa chose the register of friendship, and it read instantly across cultures. Notice, too, how the principals stayed on message without saying much. Kensington's captioning was spare. Hussein's team posted crisp native video. Hello and fashion trades picked up wardrobe notes. Roland Mouret camel tailoring for Catherine. A smart black and white silhouette for Rajwa. While hard news outlets anchored the who, what, where. It's the new rhythm of royal coverage. Let verified visuals carry the day. Keep commentary restrained. Allow reputable media to connect the dots. Now widen the historical frame. British and Jordanian royal families share more than photo ops. Sandhurst has long served as a bridge. The Hashemite tradition of British military education is part of how the two courts speak to each other. When heirs walk a hangar together, they're not inventing a relationship. They're updating one. That continuity matters in 2025. Jordan sits in a tough neighborhood. The UK is recalibrating defense priorities. Both find value in steady, depoliticized channels. There's also quiet audience work happening. UK service families see an heir who can talk Sea Kings and crew coordination without bluffing. Jordanian viewers see a crown prince on British turf moving with ease, treated unmistakably as a partner. The Windsor greeting reassures traditionalists that courtesy remains. The Benson tour reassures pragmatists that the royals still know where the work gets done. Two moments, two audiences, one through line. Authenticity. Let's be granular for a second. A base visit like Benson usually includes a security brief, a meet with station leadership, a capability walkthrough, hangar, flight line, simulator, and short roundtables with aircrew, engineers, and trainees. For comms, the high-value assets are short native clips and 2 or 3 wire service stills with clear captions. Place, date, unit, and why it matters. That's exactly how this played. Benson identified joint visit time stamped October 15, 2025, and the talking points focused on training and operations, not platitudes. Here's a subtle aha. The women's Windsor images did strategic work of their own. Coverage framed Catherine as poised and steady in a return-to-form tailored look, and Rajwa as polished and modern. Side by side, they modeled collaboration over competition, the tone royal watchers have hoped for in a fragmented news era. The visual grammar, eye contact, relaxed posture, mirrored smiles, signals an alliance of priorities. Early years, youth opportunity, mental health, and cross-cultural engagement that feels lived in, not performative. Even the brevity was strategic. One morning, one afternoon, no bloated itineraries, no diffuse messaging. The cut-through is higher when audiences can remember the beats. Ask someone a week later what happened, and they'll recall 2 pictures. The greeting at Windsor, the flight line chat at Benson. In reputation management, memorability beats volume. Humor lives at ground level. Pilots swapping stories about landings within tolerances, engineers side-eyeing weather apps, photographers begging for one more minute before the next rotor wash. Those tiny unscripted beats, the grins, the eye squint and prop wash, are the pixels that make the bigger picture believable. A monarchy that only does balconies risks looking air-gapped from real life. A monarchy that can do hangars and mean it keeps its credibility reserves topped up. So what does all this do? It builds what foreign policy scholars sometimes call affectional capital. Reservoirs of goodwill and familiarity that lubricate harder conversations later. No one leaves Benson with a treaty, but the next time London and Amman coordinate on defense training or humanitarian corridors, the ground is warmer. That's the royal lane. Not policy making, but relational scaffolding. Personal bonds, public signals, shared experiences that outlast a news cycle. The Windsor cheek kiss also pushed back on a stale trope. That royal protocol is an iron cage. In practice, etiquette is a tool. Here it flexed to honor a guest from a culture where cheek kissing is common among friends and family, and increasingly among close counterparts. The effect was immediate, warmth without words, and it landed particularly well with younger viewers who often see monarchy as stiff theater. When the institution exhibits fluent manners across cultures, it expands its addressable audience. There's a wardrobe subtext worth one beat. Rewearing signature tailoring, Catherine's Roland Moray offered continuity and seriousness. Rajwa's sleek monochrome read as modern, unfussy, and business-ready. Fashion isn't the story, but here it's the frame. Neutral palettes let the message sit center. Relationships over spectacle, service over pageantry. Could anything have gone better? Only in the margins. A short pooled clip from inside a simulator bay or a meet and greet with trainees would have added texture, but security and time often veto that wish list. On the flip side, the teams avoided the common pitfall of over-narration. In an attention economy, understated authenticity beats verbose captions every time. What comes next? Expect the UK Jordan Royal track to keep threading personal milestones and service-grounded appearances, briefings on youth initiatives, maybe a follow-on visit tied to early years or mental health, and periodic military-adjacent drop-ins where the heirs can speak from experience. The goal isn't volume, it's cadence. A few well-chosen joint moments each year build a narrative arc the public can follow without fatigue. And that brings us back to the real value of the day. Not the headlines, but the habits. Heirs who can toggle between soft protocol and hard hat spaces are heirs who can carry a modern crown. Heirs whose spouses can model cross-cultural ease are spouses who can widen the monarchy's circle of trust. Put simply, Windsor taught courtesy, Benson taught competence. Together they taught relevance. In less than 24 hours, two couples advanced a relationship older than any of them by being disarmingly normal at exactly the right moments. A kiss that needed no footnote, a flight line walk that needed no speech. If Monarchy retains a unique diplomatic edge in the 21st century, this is its shape: quiet fluency in human rituals, backed by lived experience where people actually work. The rest is just noise.